Hello there, Dick Benedict here. We are playing Marlow Briggs and the Mask of Death on hardcore difficulty. I was loath to do this early on, to fast forward that, but it was a bug smashing session and it was taking too long. So we are currently on part 6 of what I imagine will be 10 parts, and we are in the ice portion of the game. This portion of the game isn't too long. In fact, you see the span of the video. You saw it when you clicked on the video, hopefully. It was about 12 minutes. At the end of the video, there's a challenge which is a sledding, like going downhill, like not on skis, but sort of in the vein of skiing. And you're supposed to collect all the orbs. I apologize if the brightness is causing you to not be able to see too much. These shamans down here, these are the normal ones that we've seen before, I think. These flyers. There's going to be a chieftain eventually, pretty much controlling the whole action, but we won't be seeing those guys until I think a couple fights from now. But the sledding section at the end of the video is pretty much going to usher us into the jungle part of the game, which I really like. I don't really like this part of the game. I wish there was a couple more hidden areas or something like that expanded everything. You saw at the beginning of did you see me go to that hidden cache earlier? You probably did. But we've got a lot of experience points to spend on. I'm just going to wait for right now. That's anytime you see that purple, Jesus Christ, that guy, just see him just move. That's the chieftain. Anytime you see that black swirling fog, that means you can't skip the fight. If you don't see that, then you can go ahead and skip it if you want to. This guide will contain every fight. We won't be skipping anything. So we're going to come on down here, and I think this guy's still going to be elusive. If not, we'll have to fight him. Yep, he vanished again. We'll eventually see him. You know what those guys reminded me of? They reminded me of those enemies in Lords of Shadow 2. Such a and what I'm talking about is they had some enemies like some priests in that game that would control the others, so that you would have to go after the priests. You know, kind of like having a controller in a group or a mob. But that sort of an act of hubris is not really met with my approval in this game, because it's pretty lame. In fact, like well, you'll see it in a minute. You'll see it, but now that I'm talking about Lords of Shadow 2, somebody was asking me. A lot of people write in and say, play this or that, or will you return to this, or will you return to that? And some people want me to return to Lords of Shadow 2. I can't do it, guys. And back in 2014, that's when my dad had his surgery, wasn't it? Fuck, that was 3 years ago. Time passes so fast. Which doesn't make sense, does it? Because it's illogical. Time is constant and it's always the same. It's just our perception of it, isn't it? But this is the shitter up there, the guy with the scepter. You have to take him down, because he'll just spawn more of the underlings. So what you can do is you can throw daggers at him, and you can introduce his head to heavy combos and fuck him up that way. But Lords of Shadow. Back in 2014, I wasn't PC gaming, and I'm still, I've got all the systems right now. I've got an Xbox. I've never. What the fuck was that? Like, oh, that wasn't a shaman. Maybe it was. I don't know. I can't see what that guy was doing. But I think like late 2014, I was PC gaming. DMC4 got me into PC gaming, but. Like when Lords of Shadow 2 came out, I was so excited to play at a frame rate that I imagine was 30 frames per second. And I don't think Lords of Shadow 2 came out at the same time that the PC version of it came out. But I was so excited to play it, and I can't believe I wasn't pissed off at the the slow camera in that game and the lack of look sensitivity camera options, because none exist, not even on the PC version. I have the PC version, and the camera is so sluggish. It's like you're playing Rise of the Tomb Raider. It's horrible, so fucking slow. It's just ridiculous, like that sort of nonsense with the camera, because I really hate that, having a slow camera like that. It's just a detriment for the player, you know. But anyway, when you see the B button over the shamans, go get him, or the priests, the high priests of the fates. It's so shitty, man. It's horrible. Also, some bad news. PayPal stole $300 from me. At first, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. A reputable company like that I've worked with my dad for so many years on eBay and with our website, because we accept PayPal on our website. These fuckers, and my dad said to not press the issue, but I think I'm going to, because it was the most complicated transaction I've ever seen in my entire life. I was transferring money from here to there, like getting refunds on this and that, and it was all the same transaction. Like, it all related to the same sort of transaction, but it was so complicated that every time I go into the details and try to figure it out, I can't, because it's so complicated and so convoluted. And the shitty thing about PayPal is that their new website, it says next to nothing on the details. Like, when you expand, I think a lot of people can speak to this too, because when you go into PayPal, and I'm not talking about the mobile, I'm talking about, like, and the mobile's even worse, but like their website, it tells you, like, you click on a transaction, it tells you the bare fucking minimum of anything. It tells you next to no details of anything on there. Like, I understand, like, minimalism and stuff like that, but minimalism has no place in a website. I mean, sometimes it does, but when it comes at the expense of information, or of like intuitive design, like YouTube's done a lot of this sort of thing where they've minimized everything, but with PayPal you get next to no information about jack shit. So every time I want to find out, like, you know, trying to follow the paper trail, as much as it's a paper trail, you know, these days it's not a hard copy paper trail, of course, it's just a fucking paper trail. I'm getting fucked over royally by a lack of information, and I'm $300 short because these guys, they stole my fucking money. Like, how much money do you need? You stole my goddamn money. So not only did I this summer get $920 stolen from me from a misrepresented apartment, and I did break the lease, but that doesn't mean I stayed in that bastard's apartment for like 2 days. He couldn't even refund my money. Yeah, I broke the lease, but you're selling a shithole, motherfucker. Like, there's bugs all over that place and smoke. You didn't tell me there's smoke in there, asswipe. Fucking dick's pig. So not only did I get $920 stolen from me this summer, but this winter I got $300 stolen from me from PayPal. So what is that? 9, 10, 11, 12, $1,220 stolen. I could have bought a new PC. I could have 2 PCs right now, one for file rendering and one for playing games, so I don't have to use, so I can play games. So I want to be able to play games at the same time as rendering files on another PC. I get fucked over because people steal from me, and it's not only a crooked real estate agent this time, but it's PayPal stealing money from people. Oh my God, man. And it's all my dad's fault too, because he moved us to Idaho, and he's so stupid he fucked that up. He didn't investigate the place enough. He's an idiot. He can't, he's not here to hear me anyway. It's my mom's crib. She didn't do shit. He fucked us over with his inane decisions, not investigating that house he was going to go to. Then we had to do a cross-country odyssey over to Missouri. Now we're in this shit's pig hole. It's just $1,200 $1,200. You know, I could buy a goddamn new PC. You know, I could have, or I can just have $1,200 in my bank account rather than $0. I can't even go buy a soda right now because I have $0. I mean, I don't have zero, but I have like less. I have like $2.50, and I could have $1,200. It's just, I can't believe it. And years ago, I had $15K in a safe. Like, it's just unbelievable. I cannot believe it. And then Casey Dickstat's sitting over there on millions in his penthouse. All these shitty YouTubers. You've got like iJustine, Rosanna Pansino. Who's that shell? Jesse Cox, all the Total Biscuit. But it can be even someone as innocuous as DSP, Darkside Phil Burnell. You know what? He's trying to fund himself a new TV because he's got a few dead pixels in his television. So hey, you guys, I got a few dead pixels. I need a new TV. Can you do that? I need a new PC. I need a PlayStation Pro. I need this and that and the other thing. I'm kind of hungry. I need some lunch. Can you buy me some lunch too? What is with this guy? He is like I in my Dark Souls walkthrough. I said he's a feel great. You know why? I'm getting so. I don't even give a shit. I was so nervous about the video ending that I was trying to wrap my words up quickly, but in my Dark Souls 3 DLC project, I said that he's a pure grade pig. He is. He's a bitch's pig.